All right, Algebra 1, the next lesson I'm going to go over is lesson 97, and it's solving equations using the difference of two squares. And we've done this a little bit, now we're going to do it, and hopefully you'll find it to be fun and easy. Let me remind you, and it's written in your email, that lesson 96, and we're going to do lesson 100, lesson 96 and lesson 100. We're skipping to lesson 100. You're going to do that on your own this week, okay? So you have to read those and learn them, take notes on them, draw pictures, all that stuff, and then do the practice and problems in lesson 96. But lesson 97 is where we are right now. All right, difference of two squares, solving these equations. So we're going to have a problem like this, okay? And it's going to say like p squared equals 16. The blue is what I added, so don't pay attention to that. So the question is just going to be p squared equals 16. So in order to get p by itself, we can take the square root of both sides. And so that's what I've done here with that blue. I've taken the square root of both sides. So in doing that, I get p equals, now because I'm taking the square root of this variable, I have to account for the fact that it could be positive or negative. So we use this fun sign called the plus or minus sign. So the plus or minus, the square root of 16 is 4, okay? So we just take the square root of both sides. We say p is equal to plus or minus 4. Okay, so now we have these examples. This is just from your practice, and I'm going to go step by step, right? So this one is p squared is equal to 169. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides, okay? I take the square root of p squared, and it's equal to p, is equal to, remember I have to account for the plus or minus, and then the square root of 169, you can do that in your calculator, or hopefully you know it, is just 13. So that's just it. That's your answer. And plus or minus means my answer could be 13 or negative 13, right? Okay, so here we have q squared is equal to 23. Oh, I don't know. That looks a little scary. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. I end up with q by itself is equal to plus or minus, now look here, friends, the square root of 23. If it's not a perfect square, we just leave it, okay? Just plus or minus the square root of 23. And that's it, okay? Here, we're going to take the square root of w squared and the square root of 14. The square root of w squared is w equals, now you try to write it. Okay, I hope you wrote plus or minus the square root of 14. It always catches me. Square root of 14, and that is it. Okay, so again, this means that w is equal to plus radical 14, also negative radical 14 in that case. All right, so there's your whole look. This is the last video I'm doing today for you. I'll have everything else written in your email. And then we have a break week next week. So I hope that you have a really happy Easter. And be healthy, take care, and study hard. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Goodbye.